Yes.
Yeah, right.
Mm. Mm.
It was a hell of an experience, but I think it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, right.
I still experience like back pains,
Uh-huh.
neck pain, but it's okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because it's like once you realize that it's not about finding a solution to a problem, it's much deeper than that.
Mm.
Once you realize kind of like you're part of something bigger than yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
there is no sense of self basically.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
If
It's
you
much more
just,
peaceful.
yeah, it's more peaceful, and I think people who experience psychedelics have the similar experiences. That's why they,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only reason that's they are happy even after knowing that they're going to die.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you do like a it was crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you have a stage 4 cancer, it's
Mm.
very possible you're going to die, right?
Mm. Mm.
But yeah. So, and I think psychedelics is not like a cure. They just wakes you up and just made you realize what matters in life and what is not, what doesn't matter.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Once you
Yeah.
have this kind of awakening
Mm.
in your psychology, in your psyche, right? Psychedelics
Mm-hmm.
comes from psyche, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once your psyche shifts from that fearful mentality to that deeper mentality,
Mm-hmm.
uh, kind of healing takes place of its own, you know. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
not the psychedelics that's basically healing your body. It's your own
Right.
conscious, the shift in your consciousness itself healing the body. I think that's where it is.
Yes, yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that was the key piece to find, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
Become
whether it is to
aware
psychedelics,
of this. Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it is to psychedelics or meditation or yoga,
Sure.
I
Yes.
mean, there
Yeah.
is no one way to find it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So it's like I said, that's why it's a journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
For
Mm.
some people, I think jogging also works similar. Like when you jog, you
Sure.
kind of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you in the present moment. There's no
Mm.
thoughts going in your head, right? I
Yes. Yes.
mean, for most of
Mm-hmm.
part of your jogging, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
have no other choice but to keep focusing. Otherwise, you will die. You will topple
Yeah.
over, fall down,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
then you jump from a ceiling. Oh, sorry, from the airplane. You know, bungee jumping. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
no,
Yeah.
paragliding. I don't know what to say it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Free diving or something like
yes,
that. Yeah.
skydiving. Skydiving.
Skydiving. Right. Yeah.
You have the same experience. You know,
Mm-hmm.
many people become kind of enlightened after going through some kind of
Mm-hmm.
dangerous experience, like some of them
Yes.
drowning.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
NDE, near death experience. Many people describe
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Right.
similar, like they just realized, oh my God, there is no such thing as death. That they are part of something
Mm-hmm.
bigger. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
once they realize, they become so relaxed, and somehow they just come to
Yes.
back to life. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 That's a very valuable, I guess, perspective to become aware of.
Exactly, because it's really important, and I think healing is secondary. You know,
Mm-hmm.
whether you get healed or not is it's still not that important for
Mm-hmm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, disease is the word that human beings have created, right? A dog never complains he's having an illness or something.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we created the word disease, and we created the mental concept like this is bad, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or I mean now I think the China they are going through the severe coronavirus, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's scared to just go outside and
Mm-hmm.
I think we can also learn some lessons from this virus as well. I think, is it self made in the lab? I think the virus, coronavirus.
I don't know. Yeah.
Somebody
No
was
idea.
saying that they were making it as a bioweapon for other countries.
Uh-huh. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, like I usually get exhausted after talking for a long time or even doing any work. Like, for example, right now I feel so exhausted that my throat start hurting.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
it's it's not going to bring me to this panic state. Like, oh my god, my
Yes. Yes.
throat is hurting,
Yeah.
or my energy is low now. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's okay even if I die right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just energy, right? And sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low, right? I mean,
So that's.
it feels good to have high energy all the time, so you can work
Right.
more.
Mm.
But I think it's also counterproductive if you think, because if you have more energy, so you will work more from the mental point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have no energy, you have no other choice but to just surrender.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah.
And not being stuck in your head all the time.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So it's interesting how everything is, I mean, it's like everything is fine on a deeper level. There's no such thing as bad or good, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
If you don't judge them or label them mentally.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
For a long
So you
time, it's like I'm the one keep on talking. You should also speak something.
well, yeah, well, I'm just impressed by what you're saying, that you found your way to this inner peace that is bringing you so much, I guess, relief and joy of life, right? It
Yeah,
sounds
right.
like you're still a bit worried because you haven't recovered fully yet. You need more time to recuperate.
Yeah,
But having found your way to this perspective is a big relief, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I no longer worry too much about like my symptoms anymore. It's just become
Yeah.
secondary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just have faith, like this will go in time. Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. Who knows?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. But that desperation is over now. Like that kind of desire to just get out of it and just free yourself from this state.
Mm.
Free yourself from the panic or the uncomfortable feelings.
Right.
And that desperation is gone now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And replaced by much more relaxed, I guess, time, right?
Yeah. Right.
During the day and during the night.
Exactly. I don't know why, but for me, I usually enjoy night more than days. How about you?
hmm I like both, actually.
For
Yeah,
me,
different
night is
things.
more relaxing. After 6
Uh-huh.
p.m. or
Yeah.
7 p.m., I feel so
Yes.
relaxed. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because your work is done for the day, right? And you can just relax.
Yeah, and I think it's also
Yeah.
linked with the biochemistry, like your body goes into relaxation
hmm
mode. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
In
Yeah.
the morning, you are super stimulated, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Mm. S- So you're saying what this realization, you're in the process of letting it, expand inside, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know stories of people, so many people who have a terminal illness like cancer,
Mm.
or autoimmune problems like multiple sclerosis and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Not everyone recovered and healed. Most of them die, but
Yes, yes.
I think but the interesting part was that many of them lived the last days or weeks or months of their life with so much joy and so much
Yes, yes.
awareness or compassion
Yeah.
that it become irrelevant, that their illness kind of become irrelevant, right?
Right. Yeah.
They don't have to live for another, I don't know, 30, 20 years to realize that.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah,
But
there's
sometimes the healing also happens. But I kind of find it kind of interesting that healing is more like a process that is very sacred, right? And it's like a byproduct of your state of consciousness. It's not basically the result of your actions or something like that. Because no matter how much you keep working on your health, if you're not shifting your psyche, it doesn't matter if you're eating healthy, sleeping healthy.
Yeah.
If you're still worrying and still living in a state of anxiety and panic,
Yes, yes.
it doesn't matter how much you work on yourself, you will never heal, right?
Right.
Because you're always focusing on healing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's stressful.
Yeah, and that's stressful, right?
Yeah.
Rather than someone who is doing all these things, whether it is meditation, yoga, but doing from a point of a playful perspective.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, doing it because they just enjoy doing it, not because they want to do, not because like they want to use it as a means to an end.
Right. Yeah.
So that is really important. That what is your level of consciousness when you are doing this thing?
Yes.
And I think that is the reason why some people never heals, other heals, by using the same treatment or same work. Some of them get cured, and while others are stuck in the same. I mean, when people told me they have anxiety or depression for 17 years or 20 years, I say,
wow,
it's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, I cannot really believe any human being capable of living that long in that state. It's impossible, right? If you think about it. I mean, I couldn't stay for like a couple of months in that state.
Yeah, right.
And these people are like living like for decades. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, that's the. I don't want to judge these people as bad or kind of like I'm superior or we are superior, but just give them just a journal, kind of stating the fact. It's not a judgment. It's basically just stating what is the truth, right? So yeah. So do you usually speak English or it's only seldom?
No, I speak English pretty much every day.
Really?
Yeah.
So, which part of the city are you from, France?
Yeah, I'm living near the coast of the Atlantic Ocean right now. And when I was little, I grew up in Iran.
Oh yeah, you told me, I forgot. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I've lived in France pretty much my whole life, except for 12 years in Iran. and a couple years in the United States.
Yeah, now I think there's a war going on between Iran and the US, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's not really an actual war. It's more like a Cold War.
Cold War, yeah, right. So interesting. I've never been to France. I should visit it, I guess.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice place, right?
It's there's lots.
Definitely come from a honeymoon.
Nice. Right.
Twin Tower, right?
There's lots of monuments to see and sites like that. Yes, it's very touristic. Paris, right?
Yeah, Paris, right?
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, Eiffel Tower, yeah. So how far is your home from the tower?
It's about 4 or 5 hours drive.
Okay, not too far, I guess, right?
No, it's 450 kilometers.
Okay. So what's your plan now? What are you doing now?
Well, I'm just studying about understanding how things work in the human mind and the brain, and to be able to help people, find this inner peace that you became aware of. That's my job.
Wow. Are you working professionally with people, having clients or something?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Oh wow. Interesting. Yeah. Is it like a degree, like psychotherapist?
There are courses you can take for this, but I prefer to learn on my own without going through courses.
So no need for any degree, right? Or something like that.
I'm sorry?
I mean, you don't really require a degree in psychotherapy, right, for all this work?
Well, yeah, if you want to be able to call yourself officially a psychotherapist, you need to have some type of degree. It depends on what countries. In France, you need to have some type of degree. I don't have that, and so I don't call myself a psychotherapist.
And I don't think it's really necessary, right?
It's possible to do work without a degree like this, and I think it actually helps not to have the degree.
Exactly.
Because it's
a simple
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've seen even the kids in these days, they're having severe anxiety, severe chronic stages of anxiety, like high school kids,
Mm-hmm.
And they just put on drugs. It's feels so bad for them,
Right. Yes.
They can be so easily corrected by just switching some things, but I think the parents are too lame to work with them. Just put them on a medication and just force them go study and take medicine.
Yeah, like you were saying, lots of people haven't heard about, what's possible and how things actually work and what's really important for being happy in life and satisfied. And so, there's all these problems.
But I heard, seizures. CBD oil has been used very effectively for treating seizures, small kids.
Yes.
Yeah, and before it wasn't legal at all, but the parents, they protested the government to legalize it. Charlottesville, the first CBD THC oil that it's very effective for seizures. I mean, they're really for multiple seizures like within a day.
Yes, okay.
I remember like there was the kids, he was having like 20, 30 my tongue is rolling. Tongue twisted.
Right.
Yeah, seizures. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. But after using the CBD, it was like one or two. That's it. It's completely stopped.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
So I think it's really depend on awareness and desperation of the parents.
Yes.
To find something that help their kids.
Right. Yeah.
So, like
life is so much easier with the right information and with support, from parents. Yeah.
Exactly. It's really important to have these right tools. Otherwise, you are just misled in the lost in the jungle.
Yeah.
Or I like the word the realm of hungry ghost.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a nice book, right?
Yep.
Although it's on addiction and people with suffering from severe addiction problems, but I think it reflects all kinds of human suffering in general, I guess, and problems here, and how we take advantage of this, and
Yes.
And I think even in the corporate world, we kind of exploit the same weakness of human beings, right? Like
looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, the same concept, the business or any kind of business, whether it is food business, publicizing that we have higher proteins and minerals in our chips, stuff like that. It's crazy, right? And yeah. So, and I think the parents also needs to be aware of their role in parenting, right?
Yeah, that's important.
We learn all these behavior patterns from the way we were communicating with our parents. So it's very important for them to give us like a safe environment and
oh yes,
also play an important role in learning what matters in life and what doesn't matter. And not kind of throw their trauma or their anxiety upon the children. That's
that's how it gets passed on, right?
Yeah, they won't shit into their kids.
Yep.
And I feel like it's like when you become sick, it's your job to just heal your karmic problems of not just you, but your parents and their parents and their parents. And genetic, a lot of genetic problems, I think it's based on this multi-generation trauma from passed down from previous lifestyle. And we are like, that's our job on this planet to reverse it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we cannot blame the parents at the same time, because for them they do everything right in their own mind. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot just blame them for traumatizing you in the past, for leaving you. Like for me, for 4 years to 8 years, I was not living with them, right?
Yes.
But when I discussed with my mother about it, and she told me that they realized that they thought that I was more happy with my uncle and auntie and the grandma and grandpa than with them.
Right.
And because of that false or misunderstanding, they eventually, wait a second, ha papa, दवा लेनी है कब तक आप आओगे? आ रहा हूँ. Okay. Yeah, my dad just called me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that childhood experience really set you up for having problems later, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like you cannot blame the parents because they realize it's good for you. So
yeah,
they suffered also. It's not like just I was the only person, because for me I wasn't aware what's going on, right? And when I discussed with them, they told me that they also suffered because they wanted to be with me, but they thought that I was much better off. And besides, they cannot take me back because they were working, right?
Right. Yeah.
So both of them were working at the same time, so no one will be there to take care of me. So they just put me into my grandma house, right?
Yeah.
But they still suffer.
Of course. Yeah.
So right. So you cannot blame them for that, right?
But you have every right, to, I guess, be angry anyway, because it's natural to be angry when you're abandoned like this. That's that's natural. And then you can understand that, okay, they didn't mean to do any harm.
Exactly. So once you become aware of that fact, when the subconscious mind kind of become aware that the intention wasn't that much, or
right,
there's nothing to be afraid about it, right?
Yeah.
And I guess you snap out of that trauma or something, and basically then I guess the healing happens, right?
Yeah. So you're saying you did a lot of the work that's needed to free yourself from the consequences of that, right?
Exactly. Like for me, for the past almost 2 years, I'm living with the family now, and I feel pretty good.
Yeah. That's a relief, right? You enjoy it. Finally, you can be there. Yeah.
Finally, I can be there, and it's interesting. I guess it's So I think I kind of fulfill all that lack that I experienced when I was a kid. I couldn't get it, right?
Right. Yeah.
My illness serve as a purpose to force me to live with my parents.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. You can finally have this security that you didn't have for those 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. And for my whole life, I always felt as if I was alone, but now I realize I'm not alone.
Yeah.
And now I don't even hesitate to ask for help of any kind, even financial help.
Yes.
Before it was like my ego, you shouldn't take help from your family. You have to do it on your own. That kind of attitude is gone now.
Yeah. Now it sounds like you trust that you will get it now if you ask, right? And it's not going to get them to push you away again.
Exactly. It's not like exactly. It's more like interesting. Seems like I'm the only person who's keep talking in this video.
Well, it's you who are exploring what happened, and I guess getting a perspective on it, right? Integrating that with your understanding.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you also have a lot of things to share, right?
I could, but if you're interested in some things that I could talk about, I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Sure. Yeah.
So what time you are usually free? How about
around this time? It's usually good.
So when should we have our next meeting? Weekend?
Yeah, or if you want to, how about on let's see, maybe Friday or Saturday if you want. Actually Friday, because Saturday I'm going to be busy, I think. How does Friday sound?
Friday. Yeah.
Are you can you be free on Friday?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, I always enjoy talking to you.
Yeah, I'm glad to talk with you too, Rashid.
Yeah,
It's
it
great to see
reminds.
that you're feeling much better. It's great.
Yeah, it's kind of reminding me of the time when we used to talk before.
Yeah. It's
You
great.
haven't changed that much.
Yeah.
Same
Well,
face.
you right. Yep. Yep.
I think I changed, right? I have now longer hairs, right?
Right. You have your longer hair now, yeah. And you're more relaxed also. That's great.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I think I should go back to my home. I need to do some work now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we can talk later then.
Okay. Let's check on Friday if you want, and if you have an opportunity earlier, you can message me and we can arrange for that if you want. I'm
Okay.
free pretty much every day, around this time. So
Seems
just
like
let
we
me know.
talked like 1 hour and 17 minutes so far.
Yeah. I think it's more like 2 hours because we started earlier. But okay, this is the second call, right?
Oh yeah, it's almost like 2 hours. So yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
I'm tired.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a great evening, and we'll talk again in a few days, okay?
Sure, no problem.
All right.
All right, see you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.